What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is Rookies Season 1, Episode 2. So let's go on and get into the. I got a few notes, just a few little notes. So we start this episode off with Mac and Quan at the gym. Quan, you so cute. Quan's so cute. Quan reminds me of somebody. He reminds me of a friend of mine. Really, you really do. But they working out at the gym. Poor Quan talking about some Mac can't hang, but he gonna get him into shape. And then they get to talking about and they recapping what happened down to Solo's brunch. So first of all, let me say this. Can y'all stop calling it a brunch? I mean, I know y'all done already recorded all these videos, these episodes, but can y'all stop calling it a brunch? Because it is not a brunch if there were no food. It was just drinks with friends. Okay, just like it's no pool party if it's no pool, it's just we hung out in the pool house. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Can we stop using inappropriate terms to describe the activity? That's all I'm saying. That's it. Moving on. Mac was saying how everybody was kind of cool, but he felt like Dior was doing a bit much, and Dior was. But here's what I'm saying. I'm kind of with Dior at this point. By the end of this episode, I'm with Dior. I'm so confused. I need to know. I need to get to the bottom of some things. I'm confused, okay? So I'm kind of with Dior at this point. But he was doing a lot. Fanning, they decided Fanning was quiet, Listen. Y'all. Oh, my God. The way I had to pause this episode and laugh when we ain't even got to that part yet. When I get to that part, listen, Fanning, you gave me the best laugh I've had all week in this episode. You are hilarious. Fanning, and I don't even think he's trying to be, Fanning, I don't even think he's trying to be as funny as he is, but baby, you are hilarious to me. Moving on. Because I talk about that when I get there. So then they get to talking about dating. And, Quan said, listen, I'm ready to settle down. I'm ready to, because the holidays are coming up. I'm ready to buy me a gift. I got to get off these apps and kind of get serious about things. He said that he don't feel like you can find love on the apps. The apps are more for the hookups, for the sneaky links, right? He said, if he really want a real relationship, he got to meet somebody on, social media. And I'm thinking to myself, what's the difference between meeting somebody on Tinder versus meeting somebody sliding into your DMs? I feel like the same intention applies, right? But okay. All right, then. Whatever works for you, Quan. So Max says, well, can I set you up on a blind date? And Quan was like, I guess. I don't know how I feel about that. And so he said, well, what are the three things that you need? What are the three things that you need? Top things. And so Quan said body. He said he don't need to be a bodybuilder, but I need to be able to see that he takes care of himself. Okay. Check. He said financially stable. He said, I ain't out here trying to take care of nobody. Been there, done that. Okay. Check. What did he say? Damn, what was the third one? I know it's financially stable, nice body. Oh, can make him laugh. Somebody that can make him laugh. Okay, check. He said the fourth one, I'm not going to necessarily say it out loud. Sorry. He said the fourth one I'm not going to say out loud. He was like, Matt was like, nah, go ahead and say it. I need to know. Like, if I'm hooking you up. He was like, the sex got to be good. He said, listen, I like to fuck. That's it. I'm a Cancer. I'm very passionate. Shouts out to you, Quan. I'm a Cancer too, boo. You July 6th, I'm July 2nd. Yes. But listen, I'm not even mad at it. Listen, ask for what you want. Ask for what you want, okay? So that was that. So then we have Dior and Glenn. They meeting up so Dior can get Glenn caught up on what happened down to the lunch with friends. Drinks with friends, because that wasn't a brunch, because there was no food. Drinks with friends, okay? And he basically gave him the rundown, and of course Glenn was like, what? I'm confused. Dior was like, I'm confused too, because something was going on. There was some tension. This new person they done brought into the group. Fanning done bought a plus one now. Dior made it seem like Fanning always bringing a plus one, and I feel like that's not what we have seen, but maybe that is something we're going to find out later is a trait of Fanning's, that he has a habit of bringing people that weren't invited to the situation. But um um but anyway, then he says, well, listen, I got a picture of him. And Glenn was like, how you get a picture? Dior talking about something, I don't know, it was an accident. Now, Dior, you ain't accidentally take that picture of that man. Glenn saw the picture and was like, okay, I mean, he cute or whatever, but all right then. But basically, their conversation, Glenn said he ain't come to the brunch because he picked up an extra shift at work. And Glenn, I feel like you did the right thing and you made the right decision because I don't feel like you missed nothing and you made some money. So listen, don't never give up no money. Don't never give up no money for no friends. Don't do that. But that was pretty much how that went down. Again, it wasn't nothing real deep with that. Then we saw Solo. We had a moment, and I appreciate Markel for putting this in there, and I appreciate Solo for sharing this with us. Markel put the news story in of a transgender woman who was murdered in Dallas, Texas. And again, we know the numbers are staggering for transgender women, especially of color, that are murdered in this country. The numbers are staggering, and it is disproportionate to any other minority group in the country. Definitely disproportionate among other LGBTQIA subgroups, right? Her name is Kiera Cartier, and please, if I said that wrong, charge it to my head and not my heart. She was only 21 years old, and she was shot in her car. And she was a friend of Solo's, and so we were at the memorial for her where they did a balloon release. And so thank you, Markel and Solo, for sharing that with us. It was a sobering moment, but a moment that was needed. Then we went on Dior's blind date. Now I like Dior's date. I mean Quan's date. I like him. He seemed nice. He's a little bit older than Quan. You could tell that both of them were real nervous in the beginning. Child, they was talking a mile a minute. They was talking over each other. But I felt like it was cute though. It was cute. And they went bowling. They played some video games. And again, I feel like they had a good time. But listen, so the old lady in me about to come out. The old lady in me is about to come out. We don't dress for dates no more. We just show up with our jeans hanging off our ass. That's what we do. Okay. I mean, I know y'all was going bowling. I'm not saying you had to have on a suit, but I'm just, okay. That's just the old lady in me, y'all. That's just the old lady in me. Anyway, but he seemed nice. I don't know whatever happened with that situation, but Quan said he was cute, and they seemed to have some stuff in common. He wasn't too old, because Quan said he didn't want no old man. I think he was like 4 years older than Quan. But again, it seemed cute, whatever. So then we saw Glenn got everybody together to play some dodgeball. He said, I even invited the new person. I even invited Mac. So he put them in groups of 3, right? This was where Fanning first started cracking me up, because it was Glenn, Dior, and Solo against Fanning, Quan, and Mac. Listen. Fanning gonna say to Solo, oh, that's what y'all doing? That's how y'all gonna do me? Solo was like, what? Solo, did your invitation have the wrong information on there? Did your invitation say that y'all were having a pajama party and not going to the Sky Zone? Because, sir, what the fuck did you have on? You had on like some drawers and a wife beater. Where were your clothes, sir? Anyway, they played dodgeball, which looked like fun. And it was funny because Dior and his group ended up winning, even though Dior was complaining about how he had a bunch of girls on his team that was too worried about breaking a nail to really get out there and play, but they ended up winning. And then there was an obstacle course. And baby, between Glenn and Fanning. First of all, Glenn ass. He falling all over the place. He on the rings. He gonna put all his arms in the rings and try to swing. I don't know where the fuck he thought he was going. Then Fanning ass. Now his team had a head start. Now Fanning, Mac, and Quan was killing them in the obstacle course. Fanning got to the net. Yeah. Fanning got stuck in the net to the point where the people who worked there had to come and get him out the net. He gonna say, I went in the way you supposed to go out. I guess there really is only one way in and one way out. Sir, I don't think that had anything to do with the fact that your ass got caught in that net. How the fuck did you get so tangled up in that net that the people who worked there had to come get you out? How you couldn't get out that net, Fanning? You're the smallest thing on here. When I tell y'all how hard I laughed that I had to pause the episode because I was laughing so hard at that shit. When I tell y'all how hard I laughed, I don't think y'all know how hard I laughed. Baby. Anyway. So then they all come together and they're talking about, and Glenn is like, listen, let's just put all this shit on the table. Let's go back to the let's I feel like it's some tension. Let's clear the air. Let's all get on one accord. So first he asked Quan about him and Glenn. Him and Solo. And Quan was like, we cool, we cordial. Here goes Solo, we not cordial. Quan was like, okay, fine, we not cordial, we whatever, but I'm cool, it's whatever. So I'm like, damn, Solo, wasn't you just at his house last week? How y'all not cordial now? I'm just saying. Then they asked about Mac and Solo. Solo talking about some change the subject, I don't want to talk about it. Then Fanning, his ass was drunk by this time. He was making everybody mad. Everybody wanted to punch him in his mouth. He just kept saying shit that was irritating people, okay? He was like, I just want to clear the air. So then come to find out, somebody had posted that picture that Dior had in the group chat. Well, considering the fact that Dior was the only one that had the picture, I'm pretty certain it was Dior that posted the picture. So Mac wants to find out who is taking pictures of him without him knowing, and why is it being posted in the group? Because Mac is not in the group chat. So at first, everybody was trying to act like they ain't know where it came from and who did it. Finally, and then, Dior was like, well, who the snitch? Because somebody in this group that went back and told him, now we talking about him in this group, and I need to know who it is because I want to know why they talking, why they saying something, why they having the conversation. So Fanning tried to throw it at Quan, and Quan was like, it wasn't me. So finally, Dior was like, it was me, and what? Quan was like, well, I just know it wasn't me. Dior said it was me, and Quan said, well, it wasn't me. And Dior said, well, it was me. And at this point, Dior was like, it was me, and what? And baby, that's how the episode ended. Y'all are messy. Y'all messy. Anyway, I'll see y'all next week. Talk to y'all later. Peace.